Welcome back to the big question. We're talking about the state of the nation. We've handled security and Anglo-leasing, maybe not extensively, but because of time we have to move on. And let's talk about provincial administration. Let's start with you, Honorable Wetangula. Why are you against the President's directive to delegate executive power to county commissioners?
You know, the President has no executive powers to do what he has done. This is what the Constitution says. Article 10 says every issues we deal with in our national values, we must involve the participation of the people of Kenya. In Schedule 6 of the Constitution, Section 17 provides that provincial administration shall be accorded with, restructured and be accorded in line with the devolved governments. Mm-hmm. What have we seen? When you want to make such a momentous decision, the President must subject this to public debate, that's public participation, must have brought the matter to Parliament, the National Assembly, the Senate, so that the representatives of the people can participate in the restructuring, reformation, and according of provincial administration in line with the devolved system. He hasn't done that.
Should that have happened?
The long and short of it is, he has violated the Constitution.
Hussein, I can say it with the provisions of the Constitution. The President drew what he did, his executive authority, from the Constitution. Article 6 of the Constitution, Article 131, 1B, Article 132, 3B. People who are listening to me can check the Constitution. I have it here. Article 232. Secondly, Hussein, all those articles gives, there are two levels of government. The devolved government and the national government. And they parallelly moved downwards. What the President did is that based on the authority given to him by this article, including Article 10 that the Honorable Wetangula has mentioned, talks about the national values. How does the President has done, he has put his structures down through the provisions. But let me go further. My colleague, the minister, was with me in the last parliament. He sat in the cabinet. I was in the backbench. The National Government Coordination Act that the President is using now to restructure the provincial administration went through cabinet where he sat with Honorable James Orengo, with Honorable Kajwang, with Honorable Raila Odinga was by then the Prime Minister. When it came to the floor of the House, the only person, and the Hansard will clear me out, who opposed it is the governor of Bomet, Isaac Ruto. He supported it.
So where is the participation of the people of Kenya in this momentous decision?
If you get it, the Kenyan people went to a referendum. They're the ones who ratified these articles. Article 6, 3, Article 131, Article 132, 3B. If you read it, Article 232 gives express authority. Him, his deputy, the cabinet, the ministries and departments. So what I'm saying, Hussein, what I'm saying is this. Let's not have double speak. This minister sat in the cabinet that approved the National Government Coordination Act. Okay. He was in Parliament.
Let's give him time to respond.
You can cite as many irrelevant articles of the Constitution as you wish.
Do we read?
The Constitution clearly says,
Hussein, can I read one?
Provincial administration shall be restructured in line with
Hussein,
devolution.
if you allow me.
What we are saying today is undermining devolution by strengthening provincial administration. Number two, Hussein, I said earlier on that all decisions of the President must be in writing, must be signed by sealed.
Hussein,
Article 135. Where is it?
Hussein, yes, I'll give you time.
Number three, for a government that is crying on top of buildings about a huge wage bill, why are we having parallel structures?
Okay,
Hussein,
he's made a specific.
Look at the structures of devolution.
Hussein,
right.
And look at the structures.
I will give you time. I will give you time to ask that. He's made a specific point about you sitting in the cabinet. When the national
when 5.6 billion was paid to Anglo-leasing, when the National Government Coordination Act was passed,
he's made specific.
The National Government Coordination Act.
Let him respond.
I want him to answer.
I want him to respond on that.
The National Government Coordination Act
of 2013
is a municipal law. It cannot
No.
override the provisions of the Constitution.
Hussein,
the grand law of
Hussein,
this
now allow me to
country
read.
is the
Because he said-
Constitution.
Hussein,
We
I will only read one.
Just
I will
read
give you- just-
Schedule 6,
Hussein,
Section
I will only read
17.
one. I will
Honorable
only
Read
Duale, Honorable
Article
Duale, because
135,
of time, and
read
both of you are
Article
quoting.
10,
Both of you are
and
quoting.
See what I'm talking about.
No,
Right.
Hussein,
Both
let
of
me-
you are quoting the Constitution.
No, because he said.
I'll
that
give-
is not
I'll
the
give you
Constitution.
30 seconds to
I
read
will
that.
only read one.
Okay.
You know, you can
Fundamental.
read rehearsed statements,
No,
but
no,
the
it's
It's within the
doesn't
Constitution.
change.
It's within the Constitution.
Fine,
Yeah.
go
Constitution.
ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Article 6, subsection 3. The national state government shall ensure reasonable access of all services in all parts of the Republic so far as is appropriate to the people.
Where does it say that you do it by
Let me tell
decree?
you. Hussein, let me finish.
Where does it
Let
say
me
that you
finish,
do it
Hussein.
by decree?
Hussein, let me tell you. This government has given the county government 43% equivalent
Okay.
of 222 billion.
Another
The
dishonest
devolved system.
statement.
But Hussein,
The budget
Hussein,
for revolved governments
Hussein,
is
the national-
Let him-
2%.
Okay,
Hussein,
let's.
the National Coordination Act went through Cabinet.
Fine.
and
Okay.
Wetangula.
Right.
No, we should not
He
cheat
we
the Kenyan
we
people.
have put the question to him. He's not
Yes.
responded to. He has not
Yes.
responded to that.
Yes.
Finally, we've seen in the court rally over the weekend, and let's just take a look at that clip if we have it.
Sasa ujue kwamba Mheshimiwa Uhuru umeanza kunoa kisu ambayo itaanzia katika National Assembly itakuja katika Senate. You are now on the brink of being impeached. You are going to be the first president to be impeached in the Republic of Kenya. Wananchi waye!
That Senator Boni Khalwale, it was something that was shared by other court MPs as well.
Yes.
Is he on the brink of being impeached? And is this something that court can really manage to do?
He said you're on the brink of being impeached. He didn't say you are going to be impeached. I think we are debating. I don't want
some
to
Honorable
engage.
Wetangula, some
Yes.
have said they will impeach the President Kenyatta.
Yeah.
We cannot curtail people from saying what they want to say. That's number one. Number two, impeachment of a president, of a governor, of a minister of government or anybody, it has constitutional and legal provisions. If somebody in the name of the president violates the constitution or violates the law, he can be impeached. Impeachment is not a public pronouncement, it's a process. And I will only engage in that kind of debate when there is a process. As we speak now, I don't think it's not fair for Duale or me to sit here and engage in debate based on a public rally. I am a code principal
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm a leader in this country of no mean repute.
Okay.
When it is time to do it and it's necessary to do it, everybody will know.
All right.
No, but for me, it touches on my
Are you,
presidency.
it's not necessary to do it now. Is it time to do it?
The violations of the Constitution are going on. We'll assess it and we'll tell you.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not an issue that I want to engage in debate.
For me, it touches on my president, it touches on my coalition.
He's the president
I-
of
I- I
Kenya,
will-
not your president.
I will,
Okay.
Yes.
I will. He's the leader of the coalition.
Right, it's
Let me
okay.
rephrase it.
Yes.
Boni Khalwale, I want to give him this for free. That impeachments don't take place in funerals and political rallies.
But they can be mooted there.
if you allow me, impeachments are done on the floor of the House. Boni Khalwale's party has less than 14 members of parliament. Just like Honorable Moses Wetangula has less than 20 members of parliament and about 4 senators in the Senate.
Okay.
So for them,
Do you
it's
know?
a pipe dream.
Do you know the story of David and Goliath?
Let me finish. So for
It
Moses
is also
Wetangula-
available in the
for Moses
Quran.
Wetangula and
Right.
Boni Khalwale, they have a long route, a tedious one.
I am
of
finishing it
impeachment
there.
to go.
Very
I wish
interesting.
them well. In next
I can
election,
tell you for
they can
free.
increase their numbers.
Thank you. Thank you.
They will
You will
Thank you.
find the story of David and Goliath even in the Quran. Go
Thank you
and
very
read
much. I'm going to end it there with one message that I don't want any one of you to respond to. On 2242, Mary from Kasarani says, you shouldn't be divided on the issue of security. You, CORD and Jubilee are our leaders. Work together and protect Kenyans. If Kenya fails, you all fail. Well, thank you very much, Honorable Aden Duale, the majority leader in the National Assembly and minority leader in the Senate, also a CORD co-principal, Honorable Mrs. Wetangula. Thank you so much for making time for us. We are going now to the trends. Willis Raburu has been waiting. Raburu.
Yes, thank you very much, Hussein Mohammed. Quite an interesting discussion there. David and Goliath quite aptly kind of describes what we had today, where we had the university strike. That is our first trend, Hussein Mohammed, the university strike. And of course, there's just some of the pictures that were there. I was there earlier, and let me tell you, the smell of tear gas is not a pleasant one. So those are some of the pictures of the university strike. Of course, they're saying that they're against the planned school fees increase. And so, however, though Professor Jacob Kamenyi has said that there is no increase that is in the pipeline. So that is something that is very interesting to see. And most of the tweets throughout the day, Janet, is that they were saying, why are they disrupting the business in the CBD, for example, because of all of this.
Yeah, it's very sad, Rabu, and we hope that gets settled. But among the three of us, only one person doesn't know the smell of tear gas.
Yes, likely. That is me and you in another life. That's a story for another day, Hussein.
We're going to move right on to the next trend.
Right, next to the next
comment by Hussein.
Exactly.
And the MPs are saying they have... You've smelled it, yeah.
All right, okay. They know it as well. And so this is something that the MPs, Hussein and Janet, we should all join in. The next one is called On My Knees for the Nation. On My Knees for the Nation. Those are some of the tweets. One saying, "Oh God of all creation, protect this, our land and nation." Of course, as we discuss the state of the nation, Hussein, this is something that we can all look at as well going forward. Everybody embracing that hashtag. The same one there, of course, that's words of the anthem. The other one says, "God, please grant our beautiful country peace, protect us all, we pray, give us and this government wisdom and intelligence to fight this." That, of course, corruption.
Yeah, it's a very powerful hashtag, and I've been seeing a lot of the messages, and people should visit it. It gives you a sense of togetherness, I think, more than anything. Very powerful.
It's almost like the "We Are One" that was there. Absolutely. So this is also another one that, just calls people to come together and go back to the basics of what makes us a great country.
Yeah.
And then we also have this famous one, and Hussein, "Relax and take notes," as the song says. Okay. What Onyiso did to Aoko. Francis Onyiso decided to post that on one of the dailies. Says, "I, Francis Onyiso, take this opportunity to apologize to my beloved wife, Janet Aoko Owino."
Oh,
yes.
Romantic.
It goes on. Oh, Janet says it's romantic.
That's what men should do.
On the newspaper,
what do you think?
Yeah, I think we're going to witness a lot of that.
Let me tell you something.
Which Onyiso is this? Do you know which Onyiso this is?
Yeah, this is actually the former Harambee Stars goalkeeper, Francis Onyiso Hussein. And what people are saying is that he has really, quote unquote, messed it up for all men. Because now if you go and say, "I am sorry," they'll tell me, "Apana, pole hadi niona kwa gazeti."
It's not enough.
Believe it or not, Raburu, I played football with Francis Onyiso.
Okay, let's have a look at why. What did Onyiso do to Aoko? Let's hear it from him. He played in one of the radio stations here. Let's hear about it.
Of my family, and I did not want it to break because of domestic issues which we had. So I felt that it's good to actually apologize through the media. That was the only issue there. It does not have any other issue. It was nothing to do with any affairs. People might think that, people kitukame kitokea, they think that it's something to do with Pango Wakando, such things. Yeah, but it's not there.
Okay, Raburu, I wish Onyiso all the best. But I just know there's a big problem now he's created for men in this country.
Exactly.
I think the both of you should just take notes and stop trying to dismiss this whole story. Hussein and Willis, take notes. Let's move along now.
All right, next one is, all of us, somebody made a special appearance at the Billboard Music Awards. None other than Michael Jackson. Let's take a look at that.
Wow.
So as you can see there, Michael, the king of pop, that was brought back in what they're calling a hologram, although they were saying this is an advanced sort of system. But just because of time, there's just one last thing I want to show our viewers is that there is this craze called the selfie craze, and you might be wondering what this gadget is. I'm going to tell you what it is. This is called a monopod. What you do is you mount your phone on it, and then you can, for those of you who are like Alex Murungi, Hussein, remember everybody thinks that you wear a suit, but we all know you're wearing beach shorts under there. So
really?
what you do is you can extend it. You can extend it like this, and then all you need to do is you can use that to take a selfie. I'll just come closer for us to see here.
Nice.
So there is the cameraman there trying to hide. Jitokeza baba. Jitokeza tukuone. So as you can see there, there you go. I've taken a selfie right there. And so I'll be able to post that for you later on. The monopod, it's a must-have. It goes all the way, as you can see. So I'll be coming down there later on so we can all
to see whether Hussein is wearing beach shorts. I've seen Alex Murungi, producer, walking around with that in the office. I
don't know if this is the best advice you're giving, but thank you very much. Thank you very much, Willis Raburu. Also interesting, always interesting, telling us about what has been trending over the last 1 week. Jared Bogwa with the news in our new studio. Thank you so much for that. And of course, thank you for watching The Big Question. Again, I thank our guests, Honorable Aden Duale and Honorable Moses Wetangula. Thank you for making time for us for The Big Question. Let's do this next week. God willing, I'm Hussein Mohammed. Have a good night.